What is up, YouTube? It's Wicked, and I'm back with another video. Today, I'm here to drop the OTE roster. You see the roster right here, and obviously, this is not what it's going to look like at the end. This has NBA teams, but if you watch this tutorial, I'll show y'all how to get the decals and how to set up the league, change rules, get the roster, and all of that stuff. So today, we'll be releasing the roster that y'all been asking for a while, and I've been saying, I got you and share scenarios are done, but someone said just drop the roster, and I was like, I don't know if I said... someone told me it didn't work, so I didn't think it would work, but then they told me it does, so I'm here dropping the roster, and I'm not even trolling. I'm about to show y'all something in a second, but here, drop the roster. I'll show you guys the name of that in a second. I don't want to talk over too much with, like, dialogue. I want to be more tutorial, so I'm trying not to go on rants like I normally can because it's talking over stuff, but this is a roster release, so I gotta lock in. But I'll tell you what was funny after I show you how to get this roster down. Obviously, you can download the roster through user created rosters and search. Obviously, I'm gonna go over here on my files. It's not gonna be in your files. It's gonna be, you're gonna have to go search it on the hot. You saw OTE 2K26 or my gamer tag, so you'll use that later. But you go to MyNBA. Now, something funny, I went on here to download it, and I went to share scenarios just to check if it was back, and it was back. So when I was gonna just release the roster, share scenarios are back. So at the end of this video, I'll also release a share scenario in case y'all don't want to go through all the steps. But when the roster updates, only the roster updates. So rating updates or roster updates will not update on the share scenario, so only the roster. So if you want updated rosters, fully up to date, you'll have to download the roster. Now you go to the MyNBA and you go to the modern era. This is going to be a tutorial on how to get the roster and set everything up on your own, because if you want an updated roster, you have to do this on your own through the roster. But if you want to share scenario, if you just want to jump right to it, you'll see that at the end of this video. So you want to customize league rules, customize roster, customize league, and then do the simple and advanced settings. You can turn everything else on all these other settings off: NBA Cup off, FIBA tournament off, budgets and finances off, and all that. But over here, go user creator roster. Obviously, you'll either search OTE26 or my gamer tag on the screen, or there's someone already downloaded the roster, and that was like 5 minutes after I released it, so that's kind of crazy. But over here, this is important. Delete the Jazz. I'm going to tell you guys what teams to delete. Keep the Grizzlies. So you want to keep the Grizzlies, and you want to keep the Mavericks, and then the Pelicans, you will delete, I believe. So Pelicans, yeah, you delete the Pelicans. You keep the Rockets. You delete the Spurs, and then you delete the Thunder. And you keep the Timberwolves, and then you go down, you keep the Clippers, delete the Kings, delete the Lakers, and then you'll keep the Nuggets, delete the Suns, delete the Trailblazers, and delete the Warriors. So this is what it will look like when you're done with the Western Conference. You'll have those teams left. Over here on the East, you keep the 76ers, keep the Bucks, keep the Bulls, delete the rest of these teams, and then it'll delete those other teams, and then it'll redo this. In the Western Conference, all those teams are good. The Pacers, all that, those teams are all good. Over here in the Eastern Conference, so you keep the 76ers, you delete the Hawks, you delete the Heat, you keep the Hornets, you delete the Knicks. So yeah, you keep the Hornets, you delete the Knicks, you keep the Magic, and then you delete the rest of the team. So you delete the Nets, you delete the Pistons, you delete the Raptors, and you delete the Wizards. So then that'll leave you with these teams. Now, this is how personal preference for me is how I arrange the conferences, but one of the rule changes we'll do, it won't matter. So I like to put the Timberwolves over here, that's Jelly Fam, and then I'll move Fear of God over to the West. This is more based on like rivalries rather than a geographical location, because most of these teams are out east. I keep FaZe and I keep FaZe, the Clippers over there, but I move the Dreamers and the Grizzlies over to the east, and then I'll keep Fear of God. Obviously, I'll move the Mavericks, aka the Cold Hearts, over to the east, and then I'll also move the Nuggets, aka the Blue Checks, over there. So it would be Dreamers, Diamond Doves, Cold Hearts, Blue Checks, and Jelly Fam, and then the other side will have two filler teams: FaZe, Fear of God, City Reapers, and RWE. And then you'll click advance and it'll go here. So you want to do season length, 22 games. It's about the amount of time they play. Quarter lengths obviously don't matter. I actually play on 6 minutes, but I'm leaving it there for y'all. For playoffs, you want to do best of 3 for everything except for the NBA finals, which is aka the OTE finals. You do best of 5. Then you go over here. These settings don't matter. You might want to turn rule changes off. I low-key forgot. I didn't even know you could, but over here, yeah, you could turn that off if you want to. I didn't, but you can. I like to turn injuries off. Obviously, it's not realistic, but I like to do it. I don't know why it says it's a rookie. I play on All-Star, but Hall of Fame is what you want to choose. I mean, obviously, actually, you just choose whatever you want. So over here, this is what the rules you change. Standings, I don't know what I'm doing. I didn't know you could even do this. But this is not one of the ones you have to change. What you want to do is, I like to change All-Stars so that they wear their NBA team jersey, aka OTE team jerseys, because that's kind of just like, that's cool. That way you can actually play the All-Star game and they're not wearing NBA or like the stupid All-Star jerseys. But then there's one other rule you want to change. You want to go over here. It was talking about why I was saying why conferences don't matter is because you go over here and you go to playoffs and you change this rule to the top teams across the leagues are seeded irrespective of the conference finish based on record. That way, it's not based on conference, it's based on overall. So one of the teams won't make it because it's 8 teams, but it doesn't matter what conference they're in. They'll still make the playoffs as long as they're one of the top 8 teams in the league. I like to select all the teams, and I'm going to show you what decal and how to put them on each team, and also how to retire a few jersey numbers, because some of the jersey numbers need to be retired, one for the City Reapers and one for the Blue Checks. So we're going to go over that. But 76ers, this is a filler team. There's 3 filler teams because you have to have 12 teams in the league. There's only 9 OTE teams. So the 76ers are one of the filler teams. So I'll go over to my NBA team designs, but y'all can't. It's not in y'all's. You see, created by EMACMin729. You can search that. You can bookmark me, and you can have all these. I didn't make these jerseys, though. But you want to put that filler one, the white jersey, the blank one, on the first 3 teams, the Bucks, Bulls, and 76ers. So you do that, and then you're going to get into the action. Clippers, that is FaZe. So you'll put the FaZe team decal on the Los Angeles Clippers, and you have to enable online saves. I don't really know what that does, but you click FaZe and you put it on the Clippers. And then, so obviously the city's actually based on the NBA team. So something I like to do, I'm gonna go back to it, but Grizzlies are the YNG Dreamers. So you want to put the YNG Dreamers on the Grizzlies. You still don't have to retire jersey numbers yet, but I'm going back over here, not filler team, but to FaZe. I like to change the cities just to because I'm like a realistic guy. So I'm going to be showing you how to do that. I change it to, and I'll show y'all what to change it to, but you don't have to. I do, so FaZe is in Dallas, so I choose Dallas, and then obviously I go to team branding and I switch the city name to OTE, and I switch the abbreviation to just what I think FaZe's abbreviation is. And I'll do the same thing for YNG Dreamers. They're in Hudson, North Carolina, which is closer to Charlotte than Raleigh. So I just choose Charlotte. It's going to be the same thing with Blue Checks, except they're in Lincolnton. It's closer to Charlotte than Raleigh. And then you'll do the same city name thing and abbreviation for every team. So we're going to be doing that. It's pretty quick, though. So it's fine. Now, if you see the tutorial in like 12 minutes, I made it longer. Y'all said it was too short last year, so I made it longer. Hornets, that is Fear of God. So you go over here, select the Fear of God decal. So yeah, I made the tutorial longer. Y'all said it was too short last year, so I'm making it longer so that I can talk slower and y'all can understand it easier. Fear of God is in Miami, Florida, if you didn't know that. Broward County. Yes, sir. I know that because of the Maul, the cameraman. He is tough. So yeah, we see over here, FOG is definitely their abbreviation. That's not even a guess. 100%. That's it. Or FOGA. You pick. Over here, next team, we got the Magic. That is the Diamond Doves, the only team out west, unless you count Texas as a Western state. I don't think, I wouldn't say Texas is west, but I don't know. It's up to you. So yeah, you go over here to Arizona, select Phoenix. Now, if you're not from America and you don't know the states, I mean, just Google a map. I don't know. I feel like most people should know them. I mean, most of it's out east, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida. And then you got Texas, New York. New York's out east. And you got Phoenix, Arizona. So that's the Diamond Doves. Now you go over here to the Mavericks. This is the Cold Hearts. So you'll select the Cold Hearts decal. I don't know why I just went automatic speed. That wasn't even sped up. I just started going super quick. But you select Cold Hearts. Obviously, you go over here to choose city. I'm going kind of fast on the choose city part because some of y'all might not want to see that. I chose Athens, wrong city. Let's go fix that. They're in Atlanta. OT's in Atlanta. 3 of the teams are in Atlanta. So that is Atlanta for the Cold Hearts. Best team in OTE, no cap. I don't care. And then abbreviation, it could be CH, but I like to do CHS. I don't really know. There's not much of a difference, I don't really think. Next team, the Nuggets. Now, this is the first team you'll retire a jersey for. The Nuggets, a.k.a. Blue Checks. Angelo Dickerson, the third, or number 2. His name is kind of weird because apparently 2K soft. It's profanity, I guess. So 2K soft. So I had to do it special way to spell it, but you'll change his number to number 2. Unretire Alex English's jersey number. This is not a shot at Alex English or whatever. And then you'll select the Blue Checks decal. Obviously, it won't even matter that Alex English's jersey is retired because it's the Blue Checks now. And they're not in Denver. They're over here in North Carolina. Obviously, like I said, they're in Lincolnton, but it's close to Charlotte, closer to Charlotte than Raleigh, I should say. So I select Charlotte. You could select whatever you want, to be honest. And you do OTE. I feel like their abbreviation, BC, could also be BCS. But I just like BC because it's, I don't know. It's just personal preference. You got the Pacers. This is the City Reapers, the second and final team you'll retire a jersey or unretire a jersey for. You unretire Bill Russell's jersey for them, and you go over here to Howard Williams, change that jersey number to number 6. Something you have to do whenever someone wears number 6. So when I see someone wear number 6, I'm like, okay, I'll have to unretire a jersey for him. Only person this year wearing number 6 though was Howard Williams. So, and then you'll put the City Reapers decal on him, obviously. And then you'll go over here. If you're doing the change city thing, you don't have to. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. I just I'm a realistic I'm a realistic fiend. I can't lie. Right words, I don't know. And then do OTE. This is something you want to do, though. I don't like it. This is something you definitely want to do because the cities aren't all 100% accurate. So if you change the city, you definitely want to change that. Rockets, aka RWE, you go down here, 2K share teams. And if you're wondering how I pick these teams, obviously you choose the RWE decal. I look at the retired jersey numbers and I try to pick one with the least amount. Now, some of these, like Angelo, was a late addition, so that's why number 2 was retired. Otherwise, I would have chose a different team for them so that I didn't have to unretire. That's why I only have to unretire for 2 teams. Now, there's no other team to pick for the number 6, so I was cooked either way on that because every team, that's a league-wide retired number. And the final team, the Timberwolves, aka Jellyfam, will choose the decal. I forgot the word and I've said it 8 other times. I don't even know. You choose Jellyfam decal now. You got a lot of places you could choose here. They're definitely, I feel like if my memory's not deceiving me, they're from the Bronx. So you'll choose the Bronx. Could do New York City, but if my memory is not deceiving me, they're from the Bronx. It might be, though. I wouldn't be surprised if my memory is deceiving me, but I'm pretty sure they are. And I just do JF for Jellyfam, and that is how you do it. That's how you set it up. And if you need to go back, slow it down or whatever, you can do that. That is how you set it up. Now you have the entire league you can get to playing with OTE in 2K26. And if you want the share scenario, I will show y'all how to get that share scenario in a second. And also, yeah, you can go to team selection. You can unselect a team, but they might sign free agents, which is why I keep every team selected, but you never know. Share scenarios, I'm so glad they're back. I'm going to have a series coming soon that's going to align with the Austin Blaze series. I couldn't do it because the share scenarios were gone, but it's going to be here soon. So share scenario, 2K26, same gamer tag, all of that. But if you don't know how to install them, I'm going to show you all how to do that in the final minutes of this video. But hey, drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you use the roster, and post it on your Instagram and tag me, and I will be reposting it. But hey, please subscribe if you use this roster, bro. I'm trying to hit 3K subs. If you use my roster, please subscribe. Show me some love. I mean, you're getting the roster for free, so just at least subscribe for me, please. And we'll go over here. I never beg for subscribers like that, but I feel like it's something that I got to do for something. I mean, this took me a while to make, and I'm not getting paid for it. MyNBA, you go over here. Maybe we'll be if y'all keep watching the videos, though. Go over here to 2K, share scenarios, and you go over here, and you see OT 2K26 and my gamer tag. Hey, like I said, please drop a like, comment, subscribe if you use this roster. Just let me know if you like it or not. And so roster's done. So our roster's posted, I should say. So no more. You don't gotta ask me for the roster anymore. It's posted. It's here. And it's here to stay. So if you like the video, drop a like, comment, subscribe. If you use the roster, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.